Hello, this is Chandra with Raising the Bar in Real Estate, where we go the extra mile in providing you pertinent and fun facts about today's industry. So last week we covered step 3, which was house hunting. And I want to reiterate that when you look for homes, keep in mind the type of home that you want. Whether it's a single family residence, whether it's a townhome, whether it's a condo, mobile home, just keep that in mind. Also keep in mind the type of neighborhood that you want to live in, because where you live is just as important as what you live in. Now, when you walk into a home, ask yourself, does this really feel like home? Also, check out the schools. Review their test scores, the ratings, all of that. Next, you want to determine your home size and configuration. Do I want a single story? Do I want a 2-story, a 3-story? How many square feet do I want? These are just a few of considerations when looking for homes. Now, once you have found the home that you want, the next step is step number 4, which is putting in an offer, okay? This is where you're going to get the butterflies. Now, your agent is going to write up an offer for you. Now, remember, the listing price, which is the price that the seller has offered to sell the home for, is only the starting point, all right? Your agent should understand the market and put in an offer accordingly. Remember that the market is hot right now, and other buyers are your direct competition, okay? Now, this process is going to require patience because your offer may get accepted and we move to the next step of the offer process, which is negotiations if needed. Or you may have multiple offers on the same home because, see, when people really like a particular home, they're willing to pay 5, 10, 15, 20, $30,000 on that home if they really want it. So don't get discouraged, but as I mentioned in video 3, if you find something, please don't drag your feet. Additionally, there's a possibility that you can walk into a home and it be exactly the way you want it, but that chance is going to be really slim. So when viewing homes, don't focus too much on the small cosmetics, like the curtains, or I don't like the color of the carpet, or I don't like the color of the walls. Those are things that you can upgrade. CMG and other lenders, they actually have renovation loans. Or if you got approved for $350,000 and you only spent $320,000 on the home, you possibly could use that money for upgrades, all right? The things that you really need to be concerned about is what we call the majors, all right? The majors are your interior plumbing, HVAC, which is heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. You need to be concerned about your roof, your attic, visible insulation, walls, ceilings, floors, doors, windows, structural components, as well as the foundation of the home. Those things need to be intact. That's why home inspections are highly recommended. That, however, we'll talk about in another video. But really, in a nutshell, that is step number 4, just putting in your offer. Now, if your offer is accepted, which means you and the seller have agreed upon a price, a meeting of the minds, so to speak, you will now move into escrow. But Lord willing, we'll talk about that on next week. Once again, I want to discuss the Credit Help Lunch and Learn, which is only about 2 weeks away. We do have seats that are still available, and remember that admission is free, the seminar is free, and lunch is also complimentary. We have 2 dynamic speakers that are going to help you and show you how to repair your credit so that you can be ready to purchase a home. All right, if you need information about that, please email me at homes@buyorsellwithchandra.com. As we get ready to wrap up, as always, I want to talk about what's happening in Vegas, because as you know, what happens in Vegas doesn't have to stay in Vegas. We can share it with everyone. So last week, well, actually about 6 weeks ago, I gave you some numbers and some builds and some renovations that are coming to Vegas. But this time, I want to give you the 5 biggest builds with a little bit of summary about all of them, all right? So starting at number 1, the number 1 biggest build in Vegas is the Resorts World Las Vegas, okay? This is a $7 billion Chinese-themed resort by Genting Groups and is expected to be completed by 2021 with a soft opening in 2020. You can log on to rwlasvegas.com to get pictures and more information. The number 2 biggest build in Las Vegas is the Drew Hotel, coming in at $3 billion. Now, you may be familiar with the Fontainebleau. It was that unfinished blue glass looking casino that's by the SLS, and the SLS, of course, is the Old Sahara Hotel. Well, the Fontainebleau started in 2007, but it stopped in 2009 because it ran out of money. So the new developers, Witkoff, purchased it in 2017, and they have begun construction on it, and what they did is renamed it the Drew Hotel. Now, it's scheduled to open late 2020, although others say it might happen in 2022. The third biggest build is the Jackie Robinson Arena and Hotel. Now, this Jackie Robinson is the former UNLV and the NBA player, and he plans to build a hotel and arena where the old Wet n Wild was, all right? The hotel is expected to be 63 stories high and with all the bells and whistles. The arena is expected to seat 23,000 people with a retractable roof. This build will cost $2.7 billion and should be complete by spring 2020. The fourth biggest build in Vegas is the Las Vegas Stadium, or the Raiders Stadium, okay? This is where the Raiders and the UNLV Rebels will be playing. This is a 65-seat stadium and is scheduled to open July 2020. The cost, $1.8 billion, which is partially funded by us, the taxpayers. And last but not least, the fifth biggest build is the Las Vegas Convention Center expansion. All right, this cost is going to be $1.4 billion, and it will allow the city to remain at the top of the trade show destinations. That's being built in phases, but is expected to be complete in December 2020. So there you have it, the 5 biggest bills, which will total about $15.9 billion. So join me next week as we continue the home buying process. If you have any questions, email me at homes@buyorsellwithchandra.com. If you would like to check out my website, check out my website at buyorsellwithchandra.com, or you can go onto YouTube and subscribe to my channel. Just go ahead and put in Chandra Thrower in the YouTube search bar. So until next time, remember that small steps turn into big steps that turn the key to your new home. God bless.